Referee, stripes, zebra, mother. When watching the NFL on Sunday or Monday or Thursday or basically any day of the week now, the refs are out there ominously waiting to screw over your team. But have you ever wondered why they wear black and white stripes? Yeah, they could literally wear anything and we would still hate them. But why the zebra getup? If you watch one of the NFL's earliest games, you might not recognize which ones are the officials on the field. Believe it or not, NFL refs used to be dressed in their Sunday best, with a white dress shirt, black bow tie, and a little hat on top. And get this, they didn't throw yellow flags to make calls. They blew a fucking horn. Yes, NFL refs used to look a lot like a guy who was about to sell your town a monorail.
It's more of a Shelbyville idea.
But that all changed in 1938 for a pair of reasons. Officials were now assigned to dedicated positions on officiating crews, and the league hired a man who would forever change the game. An NFL legend you've never heard of. At 5'6", 130 pounds, Hugh Ray sure lived up to his nickname. No, it wasn't No Bitches. It was Shorty. Shorty served as the technical advisor for the NFL from 1938 to 1952, regularly meeting with officials to improve their techniques and critique their performances. He was the Dean Blandino or Gene Steratore of back in the day. He pounded the rules into his officials so that they could average 95% of a test at a coaching clinic on even the most difficult problems. Before that, they couldn't even reach that score, even with the book open at their elbow. Said by Mark Duncan, NFL supervisor of officials from 1964 to 1968. Yes, that's the actual quote. Pounding the rules into the officials. No wonder refs like to fuck your team. In 1966, 10 years after his death, Ray became the first, and so far only, officiating figure to be enshrined in the Football Hall of Fame, though Ed Hochuli's arms could be also inducted. So, as part of his rule set for officiating and positioning, Ray made refs wearing stripes the standard practice in the NFL. But that doesn't explain why. Well, here's why. In 1920, a college referee from Michigan named Lloyd Olds became the first to wear the stripes. Lloyd was usually known to wear a solid white shirt. But one day, the visiting team in a game he was doing was also wearing white shirts, which led to their quarterback mistakenly handing the ball off to Olds at one point. Sounds like something Tom Brady would do. It was at that moment that Olds knew something had to be done, and so he had a friend make him a black and white striped shirt, because clearly no team would be dumb enough to make their uniforms that hideous. And so the NFL officially adopted the striped official uniforms we see now in 1941. The head referees wore black and white stripes, but this will blow your mind. Other officials wore stripes that were red and white, orange and white, or even green and white. By 1947, the league did away with all the different colors and decided to keep all its official uniforms in black and white. Fitting, since they should be no gray areas in officiating, right, Des? Also, they added the name designations on the back, my favorite being BJ for back judge. Here's one last tidbit of information you can use at your next cocktail party when you're trying to impress a girl. Ever wonder why referees are called referees? The term originates from soccer, where two teams would nominate a captain to talk to each other about disputes. But eventually they realized they needed a third party, so they brought in a whole new person. The person was then referred to if the teams couldn't agree, hence the word referee. Look, for as much shit as we give the refs, could you imagine games back in the day if they didn't have them? Like, nothing would ever get accomplished. It would be just like some endless argument with your spouse or girlfriend about using the bath mat or playing video games when you should be spending time with her. Sorry, trauma. So there you have it. Refs wear the stripes so you don't mistake them for teammates. Tom Brady. And while some disgruntled fans might argue the refs are sometimes blind, those iconic stripes ensure they'll never be invisible. Hey, stripes, get off your knees. You're blowing the game. Speaking of the refs, I have to tell you that you can literally buy Fuck the Refs brand coffee. Yes, that's right. It's called that, and it's not a joke. It's actually really, really good coffee made from ethically sourced Arabica beans, and you can get it ground or unground. Follow the link in the description or go to benchwarmerbrew.com to get you some F the Refs coffee.